Hi, and welcome to the first lesson of our training module, which is basically about screen capture software, in particular, a software program called Snagit. Now, what is Snagit and what can it do? Well, Snagit can take pictures of an entire screen, or it can just actually take pictures of just part of a screen. So if you just wanted to capture just this little magnifying glass, you can actually just capture just the magnifying glass. It can create GIFs. So if you wanted to create a GIF that you could put on your LMS, on your own personal social media site, a website, or so forth, then you can actually do that with Snagit. And the focus of this particular lesson is screen capture record. And so that's what we're going to be looking at today with Snagit. So as you can see here, I already have it pulled up on my Google browser here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. And you can see that Snagit is actually available for use for Windows and Mac. So let's go ahead and click on that, and we go ahead and get to our Snagit screen. So let's talk really quickly before we get to this. What are the benefits of screen capture software? Well, first of all, we can, of course, present a lesson online while students are following along on screen. And when we are using screen capture record, we can actually emphasize things, we can annotate, we can add pictures, we can, of course, explain things in a certain way that we can't do with just text only. And not only that, but we know that students can only handle so much text. And so if we give them a huge wall of text, they start to get kind of cross-eyed, and unfortunately, we lose them. Also, research has shown that students who hear their teachers' voices online or in online recordings basically get this sense of a more personable and comfortable environment. They actually feel like their teacher is there, or Snagit itself as a software program is very user-friendly, and it is free to try. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the resources on the page itself, and I will have a separate video that will actually show you how to utilize the screen record functions of Snagit. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and get our free trial. So you can go ahead and get a free trial for 15 days. It does not matter who you are. You do not have to be an educator. You can be a student even. And you can see that it is compatible for Windows or Mac. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Windows, and I'm going to go ahead. You see here that I have my installer. It automatically pulls up. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and it's going to go ahead and start downloading. Now, I will tell you that one of the great things about this particular software is that there is no spyware, there is no adware, there are no nasty viruses that are going to leech onto it and infect your system. So this is a clean download for your computer. So that is a very good thing. So let's go ahead and there we go. So let's go ahead and click on that. So when I click on that, a box is going to open up. Now my box says that my setup is blocked. And the reason why is because I already have Snagit installed. It won't let me do it twice. Normally what you'll see is you'll have a box that will open up, and it's going to have you enter in your name, a username, a password, and then it's just going to ask you for your particular role. Are you a student? Are you a teacher, a principal? And that's it. You do not need a credit card. You do not need any personal information in order to get the free trial. So again, very, very beneficial, very easy to set up. So I'm going to go ahead and close this box since I already have my own account set up. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Since I do have my account set up, you can see that it already has my email here. I'm going to go ahead and type in my password. And so now I'm signed in. And we don't want to download this again. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here. So TechSmith is the actual company that puts Snagit out, and they have several products that they actually have for use. Now we're going to focus on Snagit. Some of you may be familiar with Camtasia. Camtasia is another screen recording software program. However, it is a much higher intensive screen recording program with a lot more features than I would say that the normal educator would need. Also, the cost is considerably more, and we'll take a look at that here in just a second. So when I click on Snagit, again, you can see my screen. When I scroll down, you can see that it does give me some of the features of the actual program, and so you can kind of read about some of that yourself. You can see that there's a lot of different features that are available. And one of the things that I wanted to show you is I wanted to go ahead and show you the help button. And the reason I wanted to show you the help button is because I want to show you two different features that Snagit has for users. The first are the tutorials. So when I click on this button, you can see it has all their products, and you can see that I have either Windows tutorials or Mac, depending on my system. And the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to give me different tutorial videos to get started. And they're very short, they're very easy to watch. You can see that it is a very user-friendly screen. It's not cluttered. When we scroll down, we can see that we have additional tutorials for maybe a little bit more fine-tuned programs or things that we want to do. And so this is something that I really, really liked as a brand new user when I started using this program. Now, the other thing that they have is they do have an online community. So let's say that you end up really liking the product and you're like, wow, I really enjoy this, but I wonder if I can blank. So what you can do is if you can't find a tutorial for it, then you can actually go to the online community and you can type in the topic of what it is that you're trying to do. And if you cannot find what you're trying to do, then you can ask a question and hopefully somebody in the community will respond with an answer, or the Snagit company itself may respond with an answer as well. You can also open up a ticket if you're having any kind of issues. So again, very, very user friendly, especially for people who may not have, may not be used to using their product. So let's go ahead and take a look at also their buying capabilities. Now, normally I am not one to advertise products and try to sell people on products, but I really do like this particular software. And if you end up liking it, I would hate to see you spending more money than you really need to spend. So I want to actually show you two ways that you can purchase this product for cheap. The first way is when you click on buy now, you'll see that it says $49.95. Now, I told you Camtasia was another screen record program. Camtasia is $199. And if you purchase it as an educator, you get a discount and it becomes $179, which is still quite a bit of money. If you click on education pricing, you'll see that the $49.95 has actually dropped down to $29.95. So you get actually a considerable savings. Now, I'm going to show you something that I discovered and I bought my product. And so let's say that I go back to TechSmith, I click on Snagit. What you'll see here is you'll actually see upgrade. And what I can do is because I'm using the free trial, I can choose to upgrade from the free trial to the full version. So I click on upgrade and you can see that it actually drops the price down to $24.95. And let's say that, I am an educator. I am a, so I click on here and now you can see the price is even cheaper at $14.95. I can guarantee you that you will not find a lot of screen record programs for $14.95, especially one that will give you a license for 2 machines. So that is a huge benefit. I really like the pricing. This is something that I would definitely recommend if you are looking for a screen record program that you can keep and use on a regular basis. So let's talk about the screen record usability of it. This is actually the panel that you would use for screen recording. Now, normally it wouldn't be shown, of course, while you're recording, but of course I have it set up to show you some of the features of here. So you can see that I can, of course, capture an image. I can, capture the full screen, or I can capture just part of an image, but I am, of course, recording a video. And one of the things that I can do is I can actually set where my video goes. And so that's a really nice feature. You can see that I can actually put in a dedicated file where I want my videos to go. If I have a YouTube channel or if I want it to go to my Google Drive, I can go ahead and set that up as well. I can use my webcam. I can actually screen record or I can record myself, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. I can choose to capture my cursor. What that means is that maybe I'm recording something and I find the cursor to be quite distracting. I can actually turn this function off, and while I'm recording, the cursor will disappear. Once I stop recording, my cursor, of course, will come back. And then I do have my microphone function. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that you actually don't need a dedicated microphone if you have a webcam. Even though I'm not recording my own personal self, my face, or anything like that, I'm actually using my webcam as a microphone. And so you can do that as well. Now, once I hit capture, what it's going to do is it's going to open up this recording panel down here. And again, here is the user friendliness of it. I absolutely adore this. You can see that we have very, very easy to read, very easy to understand buttons. The first button is our record and stop button. So this is what I would press when I'm done and finished. I have a pause button if I needed to open up or maybe access a file that I forgot to get and I don't want to keep my students waiting while I try to locate this file. I can pause my recording and then find the file, and then I can resume recording again. I do have the webcam button. Now, this is what I was talking about. Maybe I am presenting a lesson and I want to switch the view to myself. Then what I can do is press this button. The view will automatically switch so that it is on me, and then I can press it again and it'll go right back to the screen, and I can do this as many times as I want. Here's my microphone button, and as I said before, I am using my webcam as my microphone. I have my timer going, and then one of my favorite buttons, which is the restart recording button. Typically, when we are recording something and we mess up, unfortunately, we have to stop, we have to delete what we've done, we have to get everything reset up, and then we have to, of course, start the recording over again. When I press this button, what it does is it actually allows me to just restart from the beginning without having to reset everything up. And I have used this button way more times than I care to admit. And then, of course, I have my cancel button right here where I can just cancel everything. So let me go ahead and just kind of tell you right now that what we're going to do is I'm going to put up a video showing you how to actually set your recording features up. And it's just a short little 3-minute video. And then what I'm going to do is I actually have a lesson that I have recorded using Snagit, just as you would with your own students. So I hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching this video.